So looking for our first trade of the day here. So I did take a trade as we broke out of this trend channel here on the lower end on a Trade account. Caught maybe half of this move lower here. So we're kind of bouncing off of the VPOC from the prior day. And now trying to make our way back into that range. But at the moment, it doesn't really appear to be working. Considering maybe taking a short. If we break below here. I'm getting the 15-minute. We're holding above prior bars value area. I wanted to add something to this chart. What was it? Bar timer. Reinstalled NinjaTrader over the weekend here, which is a good practice. I recommend a lot of people. Really recommend everyone do that. So it definitely helps keep things running more smoothly. So it looks like we're going to take another stab higher here. Well, that might mess me up a little bit there. So I want this to be a sell. Just looking for more of a breakout to go higher here. Any bears that were selling down here should be pretty disappointed. Don't want this to come back on us. There we go. We'll cancel that. Unfortunately, copy was not on. That's unfortunate. Still here, good trade. See, bears were definitely trying to sell, get us back down into the prior bar, but we're not able to do so. It's a very steep trend line here, so if the bears are able to push us back within here, I'd expect bulls to take yet another stab. Have an inside bar here. I think I'm going to try this long once again here. Get out if we come back down this way. See, buyers are buying up below the low of the prior bars, but not making a lot of progress here. Sort of formed a range up here. Hoping we'll get another leg higher, basically. We've already had two, though. Still, bulls just keep buying every time it dips. So, can't predict the future, but we can see what they're trying to do here. Trying to hold above this prior swing. I'm going to take one off. Okay. Slightly frustrating there, but that's what happens when you trail your stop tight. You're going to get stopped. That's how it works. Trail your stop tight, you're going to get stopped, but the upside is you protect yourself from that risk. Chased that a little bit too much. Should have waited to get in below another bar. Now we can see what we have here is an ascending wedge. So we definitely want to be careful. This is a bearish pattern. Could break out and go higher, still out of this wedge, but with the channel this steep, I wouldn't be surprised to see us dip out of it for a bit. I don't think it would necessarily go very low. I think we would probably like to come and take out the morning high. And we get a little bit of a fake in both directions. Fake up, fake down, and then we can continue on that original path. Again, the market's very bullish right now, so. If we get two bull closes in a row, we could look to buy prior bar's point of control, or anywhere in the high volume area, really. For now, I'm looking for possibly a way to get in short here. But we're going to need to see some aggression from sellers. But yeah, this wedge is getting tighter and tighter here, so we're going to get a breakout one way or another. You can see how well this low of this trend channel is holding up. I've heard a lot of people say that channels and trend lines and things don't work, or they're not really there. They are very evident. Buyers keep coming in here and sellers are drying up. But at this point, both sides are scared to get in. Sellers would have to sell while the market's going up, and buyers would have to buy very high at this point. So both sides want evidence that their side is going to win before they're willing to take a position. So some institution is going to have to come in and either manipulate the market to go in the other direction, or actually push it intentionally. Again, you can see this wedge. Look at how this high is holding up here. If we adjust this guy here, let's see where these, whoops, that was almost bad there. How that came in there. We have this touch, this touch, this touch, this touch, this touch, containing price perfectly. It's not as clean on the low side, which does show us sellers are being slightly more aggressive and trying to sell, but they're not making any progress. We have to see multiple bars moving lower before I would be interested in doing anything. This is a great place to be scalping, though. If you're okay with making just a few ticks. To me, that's not quite enough with the risk that we have on the table here, since we're expecting with every bar that closes within this wedge, the risk gets greater and greater that a breakout is going to happen on the next bar. Is it going to be this bar? Doesn't look very promising for bears right now. Finally starting to get some movement. Large body bear bar. See if see if bears will sell below it. I'll try with them. He's in a pretty tight stop here. If it's going to go, it should go. Probably came a tick from our target there. Definitely had the right idea. Just didn't want to get trapped short. Indeed, that is what it looks like is happening here. Oops, we want to sell there. Hopefully we don't get trapped long here as well. Definitely looked like a bear trap. Here we go. So you see there, I was willing and able to change my bias very quickly. because I knew well, you always know there's two possibilities of what's going to happen next. Either the market's going to go down or the market's going to go up. But in this specific context, I knew that there was a smaller chance that this breakout of this pattern would result in a large reversal. And I was willing to take some risk there, a small amount of risk, because I knew that the probabilities were low. So I took a smaller risk, and I was willing to change my mind very quickly because I saw the bears made really no progress. The bears were not even able to get a scalp out of selling below this large bear trend bar. So they couldn't even get a scalp. And I know that because I was in the trade and I tried to scalp and I couldn't. All right, used small risk. Tried to have a target about half the size of my original stop, and I wasn't able to make it. Looks like I was a little bit greedier with my target than maybe a few of the bears were on their scalps. But when I saw that happen, market then reverse pretty strongly. I knew that there was a very strong likelihood that the next thing that would happen is we'd go and take that high of this move out again and tap out all of those stops for all those bears that went short here. So that's going to do it for me today. One of the things that I like to do is one session of trading per week. If I'm able to hit my targets on Monday, then there's no reason to trade for the rest of the week. I can go and live the rest of my life. That's one of the great things about prop trading, particularly with Apex. If you're able to copy trades over 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 accounts, you really don't need to make very much in order to make a living. Just using proper risk management, taking just a couple of trades on a couple of days out of the week should get you everything that you need. So that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for watching.